Welcome back to GPT AI Clips. If you caught our 60-second short on Open Notebook last month, this is the long-form deep dive you asked for. Today we are going all the way in on the open-source project that is quietly taking Google NotebookLM's users. Open Notebook just hit 26,000 stars on GitHub. Not a demo project. A fully production-ready, self-hosted AI research platform that does everything NotebookLM does, and a whole lot more. We are talking 18+ AI provider support, including Ollama for fully local inference, multi-speaker podcast generation with up to 4 customizable voices, a full Docker install in under 2 minutes, a complete REST API, 8 locale support, and MIT licensing so you own your deployment. In this video, we cover 12 chapters, the head-to-head against NotebookLM, the architecture, the Docker install, the provider matrix, multimodal ingestion, podcast generation, the front-end tour, search and chat, privacy and cost math, the version 1.9 release, and the final verdict. The free PDF guide with all commands and the full provider table is in the description. Let us get into it. Let us do the quick side-by-side first. Open Notebook versus Google NotebookLM. Privacy. Open Notebook runs on your own hardware. Your data never leaves your machine. NotebookLM sends everything through Google's cloud. AI providers. Open Notebook supports 18+, OpenAI, Anthropic, Ollama, LM Studio, Groq, Mistral, Deepgram, Google, XAI, and more. NotebookLM locks you into Google models only. Podcast speakers. Open Notebook gives you 1 to 4 fully customizable voices. NotebookLM gives you exactly 2, fixed. API access. Open Notebook ships a full REST API. NotebookLM has none. Deployment. Docker, cloud, or fully local versus Google hosted only. Cost. You pay only for the AI usage you choose. NotebookLM is a Google subscription. Open Notebook is MIT licensed and fully customizable. This is not even close. So what exactly is Open Notebook? It is a self-hosted AI research and note-taking platform built by Novo, GitHub handle lfnovo, and released in October 2024. The stack: Python backend, Next.js and React frontend, SerialDB for storage, LangChain for AI orchestration. The provider abstraction layer is called Esperanto. It lets you swap any of the 18+ AI backends without touching application code. MIT license. Deploy anywhere. Home server, Cloud VM, Raspberry Pi. TrendShift named it the #1 repository of the day when it trended. 26,000 stars. 3,000 forks. 149 open issues. Active Discord. Version 1.9 shipped June 2, 2026. This project is alive and ships fast. The Docker install takes under 2 minutes. Literally 2 commands and a browser tab. First, pull the compose file, curl, docker-compose.yml from the raw GitHub URL. Second, run docker-compose up, d, and wait 30 seconds for the containers to spin up. Third, open localhost :8502. That is it. You are in. One thing worth calling out. On first launch, Open Notebook will prompt you to set an encryption key. This key encrypts all your AI provider API keys at rest in the database. Do not skip this. Write the key down somewhere safe. The compose file spins up 3 containers: the Python backend, the Next.js frontend, and SerialDB. Everything is pre-configured. No Kubernetes, no complex environment setup, no 12-step onboarding wizard. If you have Docker installed, and most developers do, you are running Open Notebook in the time it takes to brew a coffee. The full install command block is in the PDF guide. Let us talk about the 18+ AI provider support. The engine behind it is the Esperanto library, a unified abstraction layer that normalizes every major provider into one interface. You configure providers in the settings UI. OpenAI for GPT models, Anthropic for Claude, Ollama or LM Studio for fully local, fully private inference at 0 cost. Groq for ultra-fast Llama and Mistral for European privacy deployments. Deepgram for speech. ElevenLabs for premium voice synthesis. XAI Groq. Google Gemini. The key win is you mix and match per task. Use Ollama for everyday note-taking and keep costs at 0. Switch to Claude Sonnet when you need a precision research summary. Use Deepgram Aura for podcast voices. No code changes. Configure in the UI. Multi-modal content ingestion is where Open Notebook gets genuinely powerful. You can feed it basically anything: PDFs, YouTube video URLs, web pages, uploaded audio files, local video clips. Paste a YouTube URL, and it fetches the transcript and optionally the audio automatically. Upload an MP3 or WAV, and it transcribes via your chosen speech-to-text provider. Once a source is ingested, you run transformations on it. AI-powered summarization, key takeaway extraction, concept mapping, quiz generation. You can chain transformations, ingest a 40-page PDF, run a summary transformation, then use that summary as the source for a podcast episode. Everything is indexed by both full-text search and vector embeddings, so you search semantically across your entire knowledge base and get grounded citations. That citation pipeline is what separates this from a standard chat wrapper. The multi-speaker podcast generator is my favorite feature in OpenNotebook, and it is where the gap with Google NotebookLM is most obvious. NotebookLM gives you 2 speakers. Fixed format. No customization. OpenNotebook gives you 1 to 4 speakers, each with a fully configurable voice profile. You set the name, the voice provider, the voice model, and the personality style. You could have a formal academic host, a skeptical interviewer, a casual summarizer, and a devil's advocate all in one episode. Feed the system a set of sources, your PDFs, web pages, YouTube transcripts, and it generates a full conversational podcast episode grounded in that material. The speakers disagree, ask follow-up questions, reference the actual source content. It does not just sound like a podcast. It is a research podcast. ElevenLabs for premium voice quality. Deepgram Aura for fast output added in version 1.9. Mistral Voxtral for multilingual generation. Run Ollama plus a local TDS model, and your podcast content never leaves your hardware. Google literally cannot offer this. Now the Frontend UI Tour. This is the longest chapter because there is a lot to show. OpenNotebook's frontend is built on Next.js and React, so it is a modern, fast, responsive web app. The main navigation gives you 4 sections: notebooks, sources, notes, and settings. Notebooks are your top-level containers. Think of each one as a research project or topic workspace. Inside a notebook, you add sources, generate notes, chat with your content, and produce podcasts. The sources panel is clean. Each source shows a thumbnail, title, type icon, and status badge. Ingestion happens in the background. You can continue working while it indexes. The notes system is genuinely powerful. Notes are not just plain text. They are AI-assisted documents that can cite back to your source material. You can create a note from a transformation, start one from scratch, and ask the AI to help write it, or have the AI generate a structured note from a set of sources. The chat interface feels like a focused RAG assistant. You pick which sources are in context, ask a question, and get a grounded answer with inline citations. No hallucinated facts. Every claim links back to a chunk in your sources. The settings panel is where the power lives. Provider configuration, voice profiles for podcast speakers, language and locale settings, and the encryption key manager. The multi-language support deserves a special mention. The UI is fully translated into 8 locales: English, Portuguese, Chinese simplified, Chinese traditional, Japanese, Russian, Bengali, and Spanish. Not broken machine translation. Actually usable UI in all 8. The feature page lists capabilities clearly. The Assets panel lets you see and manage all generated podcasts, note exports, and transformation outputs in one place. Mobile responsiveness is solid for a reading and review workflow, though I would call the authoring experience desktop first. Overall, the UI is clean, purposeful, and genuinely pleasant to use for deep research work. Search and chat are the daily driver features once your knowledge base is loaded. OpenNotebook runs 2 search systems simultaneously. Full-text search using traditional B/M 25 style keyword matching, great for finding exact quotes, code snippets, or specific terminology. Vector search using semantic embeddings, great for finding conceptually related content even when the exact words differ. In practice, you get both together. Type a query, and the system blends the keyword and semantic results, ranked by relevance. Citations are first class. Every answer the AI gives in chat mode links back to the specific source chunk it drew from. You can click through and read the original context. This is the hallucination killer. You are not trusting the model to remember facts. You are using it as a retrieval interface over grounded sources you chose. The AI-powered notes deepen this. Ask the system to synthesize a position paper from 3 PDFs and your YouTube transcript, and it builds a structured document that cites every claim. For researchers, lawyers, analysts, students, anyone who needs to work deeply with a large document corpus, this is the workflow that makes OpenNotebook genuinely valuable. Not just a chat toy, a knowledge infrastructure tool. Let us talk about privacy and the cost math. Self-hosting means your data does not go to Google. Full stop. When you use Google NotebookLM, you are uploading your research, your documents, your intellectual property to a Google Cloud product. That data is subject to Google's terms of service. With Open Notebook on Docker, your SerialDB instance is local. Your vector index is local. If you choose Ollama as your AI provider, every single inference call stays on your machine. Total AI cost, 0. Even if you mix providers, say Ollama for note-taking and Claude for deep analysis, you are paying only for the API calls you make, with no platform subscription fee on top. For a serious researcher doing hundreds of document ingestions per month, that cost profile is dramatically better than a SaaS subscription. And for enterprise users or anyone handling sensitive material, the privacy argument alone makes Open Notebook the obvious choice. Version 1.9 shipped on June 2, 2026. The release name is Esperanto 2.22 and new audio providers. 3 headline additions. First, Mistral Voxtral for speech-to-text and text-to-speech, particularly strong for multilingual podcast generation. Second, Deepgram Aura TTS, fast, high quality, low latency. Great voice quality without ElevenLabs pricing. Third, XAI TTS, Groq's voice synthesis capability wired into the Esperanto provider matrix. The Esperanto 2.22 update underneath all of this is what makes it seamless. You configure the new providers in the settings UI. No code changes. The roadmap from Luis and the community points toward deeper agentic workflows, enhanced transformation pipelines, and more multilingual speech improvements. With 26,000 stars and an active Discord, this project ships fast. Keep the repository starred and watch the releases page. Final verdict. Open Notebook is the most capable open-source NotebookLM alternative available today. If you care about privacy, it is the only real choice. If you need more than 2 podcast speakers, it is the only choice. If you want to run fully local on Ollama and pay 0 for AI inference, it is the only choice. If you need a REST API for automation, it is the only choice. The Docker install is genuinely 2 minutes. The UI is clean enough for non-technical users. The 18+ provider support means you are never locked into a single vendor. 26,000 developers have already started this. The Discord is alive. Luis ships constantly. The MIT license means you own your deployment. My recommendation: if you use NotebookLM today, run the Docker install tonight, and spend 1 hour importing your existing notebooks. You will not go back. The free PDF guide in the description has all the install commands, the provider matrix table, and the version 1.9 changelog. Drop a star on the repo and subscribe at PayEclipse for the next open source deep dive. I will see you in the next one.